Welcome to Renfield, the live Zoom show. Brought to you by Thank You 5 Productions. Thank you for viewing this evening. Please remember to turn off your microphone and your video. The show will run for approximately 1 hour without intermission. Donations can be made using Venmo at Renfield Live, or you can visit our website at thankyou5productions.com. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Our story begins in 1889, New York at night, inside a small candlelit room. A young, mild-mannered man named James Renfield sat at his desk writing. His dream of working in medicine had finally come true.
Dear Dr. Seward, I have received your recommendation and am delighted to work with you at your superb facility in England. Thank you also for the many kind words. My mother couldn't be more proud, although she wishes I were able to stay on this side of the ocean. I'm fascinated with your teachings and couldn't think of a better location to further my education in the medical field. I aim to advance medicine and to assist you however you may need. Fondly, Renfield.
Renfield would miss his mother, but knew he needed to leave to further his career. Once he finished packing, he left with an excitement he couldn't contain. After a long and arduous journey by ship, Dr. Renfield had finally arrived in London. Then he took a long carriage ride, to which he was not accustomed. After 3 days, he began to see Dr. Seward's asylum through the misty fog. When the carriage stopped, he exited and began to remove his luggage. He noticed a disturbed face looking out of the top window, but still headed inside, ready to work. Renfield stood at the dusty counter. He noticed the untidiness of the establishment, but it did not deter his excitement. An older gentleman was sitting behind the counter, holding a pipe with his chair turned around, facing the wall.
Yes?
Hello. I'm looking for a Dr. Seward.
Well, look no more. Dr. Renfield, I presume.
Presume no more.
Well, how was your trip? It's been ages since I traveled.
First time for myself. Might be the last time as well. It must be an acquired taste to be jostled back and forth until everything eventually retreats from your stomach.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry to hear of the discomfort.
Have you noticed that the rate of dementia has increased by 50% in the facility since I left this morning?
Oh, why didn't you inform me?
Well, it seems to be centralized in just this office. You forgot to take your pills. And we have an appointment with the florist at 3 o'clock, so don't be late.
And why would one assume I would be late?
Well, it's the same as assuming the sun will set this evening, darling.
My soon-to-be wife, Lucy. Lucy, this is Dr. Renfield.
Ah, the one you fancied from New York.
Fancied? On paper, he's an exceptional mind, that is all.
Thank you. Hello.
Well, John, perhaps you should schedule an appointment with yourself to discuss this obsession further. Doctor.
Well, welcome to my ward. As we discussed, we have several patients available for research. Over half of our patients have survived in our care, a record yet to be beaten here in the city.
Impressive.
We'll go through your rounds in the morning. I'm sure you'd like some rest before you get to it. I'll be in and out of the building most days, and soon I'll be out of town for a few weeks. One of the many reasons I wanted you to come here.
Splendid. I'm definitely eager.
And I think you'll feel right at home in the upstairs suite in the psych ward. It's an old storage area, which I converted into a sort of a study for myself. But we've modified it a bit for your stay. It can get a little loud at night, but you couldn't find better research than some of our latest patients.
Anything particular?
Well, it's quite peculiar, actually. Normally, in cases of hallucinations, there have been fairly simple signs, you know, mold in the area or eating the wrong berries from the woods, what have you. However, 3 of our patients all seem quite cognizant, yet remain fixated on their hallucinations. It has become their reality.
Well, it looks like I will have my hands full then.
So, you're the odd one who wishes to sleep next to the crazies,
It wasn't my request, actually, but I'm sure it's fine.
Come with me. The doctor says you are quite the prodigy. Well, just so you know, it's a lot different in practice. When you've taken care of 17 patients and seen half of them slip through your bloody fingers, then we'll see where you are.
I'm sure you're right about...
Excuse me, Nurse Valentine.
What is it?
Oh,
Oh, please, just move along now. I think I hear a bedpan that needs to be emptied soon. I'm sorry, doctor. It's just that we don't get a lot of, people like you here. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that offensive?
No. Should it be?
Of course not. Now, there are some rules while staying here. I expect you to abide by them. Lights out at 8 p.m. We don't like to keep up everyone, including me. The toilet is down the hall to the left and the first door on your right. Kitchen closes at 6 p.m. And if you need me, I will be down the hall getting what little sleep I get around here. Nice to meet you, Mr. Renfield.
Thank you very much, madam. And her name was... Nice woman. Well, look who's awake. Reginald Atwood Christopher. Oh, you look hungry. Don't worry. I saved some from the pantry. Some knitted tarts. See? Come on. There we go. Aren't we starving today? It's been a long journey, but we finally made it. Yes, the nurse was a bit brash, but I can't just sit with you all day. Oh, to be in your world. No worries, No socially awkward interactions. No working for things you don't even need. Just pure survival. Eat, sleep, and build. Working with each other for the good of the group. I hope to do the same for the community of medicine. I'll be much more proficient, though. More educated. I'll be more than just human.
Blue cloth! Blue cloth! Blue cloth! Blue cloth! He needs a blue cloth! Blue cloth! Blue cloth! He needs a blue cloth! Blue cloth! Blue cloth! Blue cloth!
Renfield began to search around the room as the voice grew louder, repeating the words. Finally, he discovered a lone blue cloth in a glass cabinet, like it belonged there. He grabbed it and opened the door to the room where the screaming seemed to come.
Here you go.
My father would never leave home without it. He used to say the demons kept at bay, but the word of God, like the cloth crept sweat from his brow. He said a lot of things, whether they were true or not. I didn't care. I still believed him. I believed God could make things true. God protected us then. Blue cloth? Blue cloth? Blue cloth? Can someone hear me? Please! Blue cloth! Blue cloth!
It's okay. It's okay. No one is here. It's just me. Shh.
Who are you? Where's Nurse Valentine?
Well, shh, shh. Shh. My name is Dr. Renfield. You can call me James. Are you okay? Can you tell me what's wrong?
No one ever listens.
Please, let me try. I know. How about a game of chance? And then we decide. Heads, you tell me what's wrong. Tails, I tell you all about my long, boring life until you tell me what's wrong. Sound good? Lucky for you, it's heads.
Does that work on any of your patients?
You're my first. You tell me.
Fine. I'm not getting any better because I'm not crazy. They all think I'm crazy.
Why do they think you're crazy?
Because I hear voices when I'm asleep and when I'm awake. I smell the foulness of this place and places I've never been. Then there's a small issue of my visions. I can still see him. They tried to convince me to lie and say I don't see him anymore. That one of these crackpot methods had finally cured me. But we can see him. And he likes it. He likes it, don't you?
We?
The other girls in the ward. Some of us have seen him and don't want to say. Makes it more real, I guess. If you've seen what I've seen and been in a crazy house, saying anything just meant you were here longer. You must get us out of here. We're not safe.
Who are you afraid of?
The darkness. The wolf. The Shadow Man.
The myth?
I told you. You wouldn't believe me.
Mary, I believe you. I also think you might still be having hallucinations. But having not seen it firsthand and you being a new patient, I shall make a diagnosis later. How about we can continue this conversation tomorrow? Say over a cup of tea? How does that sound?
It's been years since I've had a good cup of tea.
I never said it would be good. My mother packed me with a year's worth of tea and savings for my trip here. Quantity over quality, she always said. Well, I really should let you get back to sleep.
Oh, please! Don't leave me.
I'll just be on the other side of this wall. A simple knock will suffice this time. I'll see you in the morning, Mary. A pleasure to meet you.
Good night, Dr. Renfield.
Renfield went to sleep that night feeling accomplished already. When he awoke, he began his training to get to know the facility and its patients.
We have a variety of functions here in our facility. We serve the sick of any kind. You will be placed in charge of the nurses in the asylum, so long as you can lend a helping hand from time to time in the hospital. A man of your skill should not be wasted.
Wasted. Yes.
Dr. Seward, you're needed in room 6. Nurse Valentine is having problem restraining Mr. Wilkes.
Very well. Dr. Renfield will accompany you on your rounds for the rest of the day then.
As you wish, Doctor.
I will be your shadow. Who do we have here?
Rose. She was brought in 12 years ago. Good evening, Rose. How are we doing today? Oh. Okay, calm down. Calm down. Oh. Rose, don't struggle. Oh! Oh my! Oh.
Oh my. Are you okay?
It's all right. She's been through a lot. When someone says that you're crazy, well, they're allowed to give up on you.
We won't give up on her.
Nurse Hale smiled, and Renfield continued his work with her for the rest of the week. Feeling more comfortable, he began to interview his new patients and started noticing some eerie similarities. Like any good doctor, Renfield logged into his journal every night before he slept to always have a proper record.
My third week with my patients all share similar hallucinations. And I seemingly have made less progress and only raised more questions. My once impressive medical knowledge has guided me no further. Is this a mass hysteria of some kind? Or is this dark creature they speak of really the truth? When you start to rule things out in science, you neglect the nature of discovery. Who is this dark man? And why does he prey on innocent women? Could it be Dr. Seward? Will we all be victims? I, for one, believe more is solved with a good night's rest.
All right, write this down. I was home again on the farm. My sister was there. Father had taken the horses in for the night. The fireflies were just coming out over the lakeside horizon. Oh, then I hear a noise from the bushes. Normally, it would startle me, but it seems familiar in some strange way. Let me finish. Anyway, Father goes to investigate the noise. Oh, and then suddenly we're all sitting at the dinner table. Except Father is no longer there. In his place is a mysterious man. Oh, and I can't make out his face. Oh, could you hand me my undergarments over there on the dresser? Oh, these, huh? Well, somebody's feeling a bit cheeky tonight.
Oh my goodness. No, I am sorry. Oh.
Oh, and you are definitely not Dr. Seward. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
It's all right, really. I mean, oh, I am sorry. Oh.
Oh, I forgot someone was coming in, and he always reads up here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm Lucy Westenra.
James Renfield. A pleasure to meet you. We met earlier, sorta.
That's right. I'm sorry. If I appeared rude earlier, it was merely to keep everyone in check. You think Dr. Seward runs this place himself? Huh!
I wouldn't want to presume. We only just met.
Indeed. Again, I'm sorry about earlier. I normally tell Dr. Seward my dreams. It's for his research, and it helps me work things out. I'm so embarrassed.
Please, don't be. I find the way our brain works quite intriguing. If you ever need an ear, I'd like to see more of you. But hear more. See your dreams. No, I'm embarrassed.
Oh, well, I might just have to take you up on that, James. You're from New York, yes?
Yes, I am. Beautiful place.
Oh, and does your family still live there?
My mother does. My father and sister passed away when I was young in a house fire.
Oh, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
I was very young. It's quite all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just can't imagine. Well, how are you enjoying your stay in London so far?
Astounding. It's quite a marvel to see what innovation and industry could accomplish. And the food, maybe my mother just couldn't cook very well, but I actually find it quite good out here. The smell is to be acquired.
Well, just you wait until you've had a proper English breakfast. The shop right down the street, around the corner, is my absolute favorite.
Thank you. I shall give it a try.
Well, I had better be going. A pleasure to meet you again, James.
I have never seen anything like her in my entire life. An exquisite creature, to say the absolute least. She was everything, yet indescribable. The emotions that ran through me must have been so obvious. Did I even mutter real words? I found a new reason to be. For all my life, it was school, work, medicine. Yet, for a single second, a butterfly's wing beat. That all changed. Oh. The light. Where's the candle? Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Great. Candle. Where's the candle? Where's it? Right. Here it is. Right here. Here it is. Mary, what's wrong? Why are you crying?
She let him in. It's inside.
What are you talking about?
He's here.
Renfield opened the door with some sort of hidden courage and entered quickly, ready for anything. There was a large gaping hole in the glass window above Mary's room. Something had broken out of the room, not in.
It must have been a bird or something. Maybe even a bat. How old is this building?
It was him.
No one is in there, Mary.
What was that noise? What happened? Oh my God, Mary!
Come in.
There is to be no fraternizing with the patients here, Dr. Renfield.
Just a small episode. Thank you for your overwhelming concern.
Small episode? How did the window get broken?
I don't know exactly. Might have been a bird. Or something. Nurse, why is Mary here?
She is a danger to herself. You've read her chart.
Yes, but her file isn't accurate. She complains of hallucinations and pain and fear, all of which are not on the medical chart.
Look, crazy is crazy. You're the doctor. You fix her. The door to this room must always remain locked. I cannot stress that enough. I will take care of Mary. You've been requested by Dr. Seward for dinner downstairs. Nurse Hale! Nurse Hale!
Oh, my, again?
Sheets, more towels, now!
Right away.
Dinner. Where's the time gone by? Well, I would like to prescribe some morphine to her to help her sleep. The hallucinations appear to be getting worse.
Of course, doctor.
Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye.
Renfield headed to the dining room as another nurse passed him going up the stairs. When he arrived, he saw a candlelit dinner with Lucy, who looked breathtakingly beautiful.
Well, good morning, Dr. Renfield. It's about time. Haven't seen you all day. Did you have a rough night? Visit the brothel down the street, perhaps?
My lady, I would never. I simply had a late night with a patient.
Oh, aren't you naughty? It's even worse than I thought.
I swear, work was.
Oh, I'm just having a go at you, James. Forgive me. Come, have a bite.
Is it just us? Where's Dr. Seward?
Dealing with another new patient.
Oh, well, a brilliant mind such as him, he must be very popular.
Oh, well, not to mention the only hospital within 3 days' travel. Wine?
Please.
Oh, Renfield. He awakens from his slumber. I hope Mary has kept you good company.
The best.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. A toast to new friends and old work.
Here, here.
So, how is your stay with us so far? I heard that you've met Mary already.
Met? I have. Yes, I have. I'm not sure she's been properly diagnosed.
You don't say.
These, hallucinations she's having are not common, except for the others in this hospital.
I told you the numbers had increased in the last month as well. Oh, maybe it's Renfield.
Can't hide now.
You must be referring to the Shadow Man, or what have you. Well, I believe it's a mass hysteria. As spooky as it sounds, I could find no such evidence. I just can't figure out what's causing it. And as for Mary, we keep her sedated most of the time because of the violence she causes with her outbreaks.
That all makes sense. However, I would like to examine her once again, if that is all right with you, Doctor.
Excuse me, Dr. Seward, a word, please.
Very well. Well, I must leave you in the company of Miss Westenra. It appears that there's been an accident in the shipyard. Please enjoy yourselves. I'll see you both in the morning.
Must you leave now? We had just begun eating.
Well, I must. Don't worry, I'll be back. Please enjoy yourselves.
Well, here we are.
So it would seem.
Sheets, towels now. Sheets, towels now. Sheets, towels now.
I truly love how our dining experience is right between our home and crazy.
You live on the property as well?
Well, not currently. I stay with my father a few blocks from here, a tall, white building.
rose bushes in the front?
Are you stalking my father?
Oh, no, no. I passed by it on my way earlier. Beautiful garden. I never forget a beautiful garden.
Well, how about a stroll sometime? I'll show you the pond in the back. There's ducks and frogs, everything. You'll love it.
Sounds delightful. You never finished telling me about your dream.
Oh, right. I guess now is as good a time as ever. But first, more wine.
Yes, of course.
Well, where was I? Oh, yes, right. I was having a grand time with my family. Oh, it was so real, like a memory more than a dream. I must have been 12 or 13 years old. My hair was a mess. Oh, and I can still feel the wind as it blew through the tall grass, and I could see the fireflies dancing on the lakeside horizon. Oh, everything was just perfect. But then,
What is it?
well, I hear a noise coming from the bushes, and the darkness begins to creep in. I turn my head, and everything vanishes. And I start running, not out of recreation, mind you. I'm running out of fear. But I can't seem to go any faster, each step slower than the last. Oh, I stop, and I'm lost in the woods. Oh, the creatures of the night surround my feet. And I can't see anything anymore. And as soon as I feel the fear about to completely take hold, I feel a hand grab my shoulder, and that's when I know I am safe with him. Oh, I am home. Oh, then he turns me around, and he's gone. I'm left to feel, well, unsatisfied.
That was quite descriptive, Lucy. Mm. What then would satisfy you?
Come with me.
Lucy took Renfield by the hand and led him down the hall to a room he hadn't seen before. She shut the door, and lust, curiosity, and an excess of wine took hold. They began to remove each other's clothes, and Renfield couldn't believe his eyes. They kissed passionately. Suddenly, they heard footsteps approaching. The doorknob slowly turned, and in walked a dark figure.
What is going on in here? Oh, my, I'm so sorry.
Miss!
I don't know.
This is not what it looks like.
I don't think she heard you.
I was talking to you, James.
What do you mean?
I will talk to her, all right? Let's just never speak of this again.
I don't think I understand. You were...
I'm not sure what came over me, but that wasn't me, James.
None of that was you?
You don't understand. We can't do this. There is something else at work here. Something dark.
Look, Dr. Seward doesn't understand what he has. I do!
You don't have anything, Dr. Renfield. There is a real problem here. Don't you feel it? Something is wrong.
Watch your tongue, or you'll end up a resident here.
You goddamn fool.
Lucy, shocked at what Renfield had said, left the room quickly. Renfield walked slowly back to his room where he lied on his bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking to himself, what just happened? Who was that? Why was he acting this way? Hours passed when suddenly Dr. Seward stormed in.
Renfield?
It was the wine. And then she was telling me her dream.
If you think that pursuing the shadow man will cause you any more relevance in the medical field, you're absolutely wrong, my good friend.
It can't be a hallucination. The facts don't match the witness testimony.
Witnesses? They're mad, delusional. You are a doctor. At least I believed you were. If this doesn't end, I'll have you thrown out of here.
I know. You're absolutely right. I just had to be sure. It must appear I might have flown off the deep end a bit. I assure you, it was all in the name of medicine. But I sincerely apologize.
You must obey the rules that I've put in place. But most importantly, you obey the rules of medicine. You are hereby suspended from your access to the patients for a week.
I understand completely. You have my word, Doctor. My efforts to gain knowledge on the Shadow Men have reached an end for now. That is until I receive full access to the facility's patients. Some of the staff here are starting to suspect that I am up to something. So they've restricted some of the areas where I conduct research. A few interesting similarities I picked up on are the eyes that glow red, the ability to manipulate others, and of course, the fear of violence and or death. I feel man has finally met the most effective and primal hunter.
Renfield fell back to sleep with dreams of horrors untold. He awakened the next morning and hastily got dressed and headed into the city to visit the library. Neglecting his hospital duties for days studying, time seemed irrelevant now. He needed to find out what was going on. Renfield returned in a daze of fear and rage. Was he under a spell of some kind? He sat in front of the fireplace with a bottle of whiskey in his hand, filthy and tired from not sleeping or eating.
Dr. Renfield! Dr. Renfield! You haven't been to the ward in 3 days. Are you sick?
The only real sickness is humankind. We're all crawling our way back down into the earth, inch by inch, day by day.
Mary has gone missing. I thought you'd want to know that.
The patients use this area, Doctor. You're going to frighten them.
They don't frighten me. I assure you.
I am.
I am sorry. I just can't get over it. It's taken hold. Nurse Valentine doesn't understand. She's only been cold to me since I arrived.
He's been through a lot. Do you remember Rose from when you first started? She passed away recently, in her sleep. She was Nurse Valentine's mother.
I didn't know. And I'm sorry. But I need to continue my research. I can't help anyone until I find it. Maybe it's the answer. We can't govern ourselves. We need the other side. Darkness balances the light. We need the Shadow Man. I must know if he is real. I will have a new life then. New life is new possibilities, right? Well, Mary, unfortunately, my research with you is not over just yet. No! No screaming yet! Soon, it will be the final call. This is for good. You'll see. If I have evidence for the supposedly powerful, beautiful creature, we can at least try and learn why it is really here. Is it hunting for pleasure or for purpose? It's time, isn't it?
I thought we were.
You were my patient, and I must find your cure! It's true. He's real.
The Shadow Man approached Mary as if never touching the ground. He pulled her head to the side and bit deeply into her neck. She immediately stopped fighting and gave in.
Fate can be a cruel end for the stories that will never be told.
Who are you? What are you?
I have never been, and so it shall be forever.
You're the one the patients speak about. It really is you.
You are not afraid.
I'm a man of medicine. I'm a professional. It's research.
And how long have you been researching Mary here?
She was the only way you would come. I know. I had to.
Oh, you know, do you? You simply want information? What you need is power.
I need the information. I don't understand. Why are you doing this? Why are you drinking their blood? What drives you to be a monster?
Power is information used properly. Blood is power. Blood is life. You have done well so far. You mustn't stop now.
Worthy? I just have one question. What more do you want? What more can you want?
Serve me, and I will grant you life eternal. Make your mark on history. Travel the world. Take what you desire.
Take what I desire.
The Shadow Man vanished into a cloud of thick black smoke, and Renfield fell deeply asleep. He somehow awoke in his bed, fully dressed still. He washed his face to wake up and headed downstairs to speak with Dr. Seward.
Ah, good morning.
What is it, Renfield?
I just just need one more week to finish my logs. Just one more week. I have a few more patients to diagnose upstairs. One more week, and you will see it was well worth the wait.
Dr. Renfield, you should be glad that I'm still housing you here. You haven't been helping with the patients. Mary is still missing, and many of our patients and staff are not too thrilled with you still working here.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid Nurse Valentine's cooking has been keeping me ill as of late. I'm positive I'll bounce right back. Whether you can give me another chance?
No more time, Dr. Renfield. I need the work on this desk in the morning or it's back to New York. It's just you and Nurse Valentine tonight, so you'll have the place to yourselves, no distractions. Get it done. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
You're always forgetting that hat of your...
You look so beautiful.
Don't, Renfield. Don't.
Nurse Hale! Nurse Hale! Oh, sorry, Dr. Renfield. Pleasure to see you this evening.
The pleasure is all yours, and I believe.
Nurse Hale, if you still want your job by the end of the night, you better get down here. I know I haven't been the most hospitable, being a nurse and all, but I made a roast this evening, and I thought we could borrow some of Dr. Seward's table wine.
Suddenly, Renfield noticed that a thick red mist had lit up the door from the kitchen right behind Nurse Valentine. Renfield noticed this, but Nurse Valentine did not. It's as if she was blind to it, and Renfield could sense something was coming.
Yes, my apologies. That sounds delightful. Thank you. I think I'll just wash up then.
Let me take your coat then. I'll hang it by the fire to dry. This belonged to Mary. Oh my God, Renfield, what have you done?
The red mist grew larger and thicker. Renfield approached the nurse slowly, pushing her back towards the door.
I am a doctor. I would never do anything without a medical purpose.
Where is she? She trusted you! Get the hell away from me!
Then, the door behind her flipped open, and large dark hands ripped Nurse Valentine into the other room. Renfield stepped into his bedroom, with Mary slowly decaying.
Why doesn't he take me? What separates me from you? Am I not worthy? Is there a more fitting cabinet shell for the servant of a demon from hell? Or just the feel, to try it again? I am powerless now because of you. But I know now. My eyes have opened wide to the beast inside.
You have done well. Leave and travel north When you have laid to rest, I will be there.
I need more victims. I need to kill like he kills. Only blood is life now.
The bugs and creatures from Renfield's broken terrariums began to crawl over Mary's decomposing body.
Oh! He is for the master. You're not worthy like me. Get back! I'll kill you all! Stay for the master. I will feast on all of you. Every one. Blood is life.
Just go.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the show tonight. It was our final performance. We appreciate every single one of you. But there's one person in the audience that we definitely appreciate, and we just want to wish her one big happy birthday, because her birthday is tomorrow. My mother and friend of the cast, Cynthia Torres. All right, guys, you ready?
Let's do
1,
it.
2, 3.
Happy
birthday
to
you.
Happy
birthday
to you.
Happy birthday, dear Cynthia. Happy birthday
That was perfectly in sync, I'm sure.
That was wonderful. We rehearsed that just as much as we rehearsed the show. Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
All right, I'll call you tomorrow.
Oh,
Thank you
nice.
all.
We got a visual.
There she is.
Yay. Okay, blow it out,
Ready?
Cynthia. Ready? Happy
Yay.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Great.
Thank
play.
you.
Glad you made it.
Oh, nice. We got some lighting. All right. About to say the shadow man sitting right there.
Up there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
All
glad.
right. Thanks. Happy birthday, Mom.
Thank you.
Yeah. And everyone else who came, have a great night. Thank you all. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
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 Okay. Here's my cake.